Hey, what's up, guys? We're back. I just want to talk a few things. I know it's been a little bit. I guess it's not been so long since I did a vlog, but just something I've read recently. Some thoughts also I have here, and that's on Hearthstone. And if you don't know, I like playing Hearthstone. I have never bought a deck of on Hearthstone. It's just random coincidence. It's not out of that I don't love the game. It's just don't have time to spend $5 on pack of cards for a digital game right now. I've gotten Hearthstone probably, it's probably been a couple months now. Just like, oh, I'll try this out. I think when I got Overwatch, and I was like, oh, okay, let me try Hearthstone. And I have a computer that works with it, and not that it was too big, it's just better my own computer. So I tried out Hearthstone and really liked it, really enjoyed it. But I've still really enjoyed it, even though I lose a lot because, like I said, I don't buy cards, so all my cards are okay. But one thing that's worried with me, is that Hearthstone's dying, and it's interesting article to read. I read an article on esports saying that Hearthstone is killing itself, and here I'll even take a look here at it. So yeah, here's the article esports, right here, right from them, and Super Data report Hearthstone's killing itself. Pretty much sums up the article is revenue is down in February, which is really weird. It is down terrible on mobile, and it's down in PC as well. That's what's really weird, and that's just weird that just month to month, year to year, there, it's doing bad. The new packs are coming out. The new packs coming out, which hopefully will help. But like it says, like now games like it are coming out, like the Gwent, Witcher card game. So pretty much Hearthstone, but Witcher themed. I even have that game testing. I've never actually played it. So I think that's what the thing is. It's a little weird. It's a little crazy and still scary at the same time. It's I like Hearthstone. One big thing, and they talk about it here in the article, is that the meta pretty much, you have a few decks that win every time, and that's it. If you have those decks, you win. If you don't, you're gonna lose. And that's kind of what I even run to it a little bit. People just buying, those buying cards, and they must buying cards, and then they, like, oh, I got the card, and then they don't play with stuff. Like I said, I get a few cards. I'm not the greatest at the game. I just like playing it. It's fun. It's a good, little bit of a time killer. And what's funny is even right here, February, Hearthstone player Adam Life Koi quit. He's done. He stopped playing just because here it is. It's like, end quote, what he says. It's like flipping a coin with a little bit of strategy. End quote. Okay. Yeah, that's what sometimes I feel like. It's honestly coin flip, because the deck, cards come out and anybody can have anything, and there's with the decks and all that, there's deviation, a little bit, but then it's you can only go so far back unless you're playing wild, and wild is just forget it. That's what's interesting here. I think that's the problem is there's just, if you don't have one of those great decks, you're not gonna do well, and that's, like I said, what I run into. I love Hearthstone because it's just one of those games. I could plug in, play a few games, and then I'm good. Or I could spend all night and play it, for a few hours and just, okay, I'm doing good and doing well. And I put on some music. I don't even listen to the music or anything in the game. I have to listen to it, just put music on, run that a couple times, and just played for an hour. Feel better and like that. It just worries me because I really like Hearthstone. Like I said, I like Hearthstone. I unfortunately haven't bought any decks, and I'll say it again, I haven't bought any decks, and it's not because I don't believe in it. I just don't have the money. I'd buy a few decks now. Maybe not there are a ton like everyone, like some people do. I'd probably buy like one or two of a new deck coming out just to keep my decks up and running. I just don't. That's the thing. I just don't have the flow with cash flow for that. So yeah, that's just my concerns with Hearthstone. Is Hearthstone isn't doing well, I don't think. And if you see a couple of reports from people, pro players are leaving. That's not good. If revenue's down, is what everyone's reporting, that's not good. That's that's why sales of other stores are going out of business, because they were great, but they're not taking in the income like they were, so they got to shut stores down. They start shutting stores down. That means less people are coming in, and so then it's just a bad set of triangle, just a bad set of cycle. And I think that's what's crazy is it's a great game. It's a fun game to play. You can play, with different people, different age groups. You don't. It's not one of these, like, oh, it's a killing game. It's like CS:GO or anything where it's kind of violent. And you're like, oh, I really don't want to play. Kids played it, and kids getting it. That's just a card game, man. You're having fun. Like, just, play my card. Play this, play that. Set them up. And I think that's the scary thing is, if Hearthstone goes down, what's next? I think that's the crazy thing is, Hearthstone, I'm not going to say was the original. It was the biggest one. That's the thing. It's the biggest one. And now other people are trying to be as big, if not bigger. And that's, the crazy thing with, like, the Witcher franchise now getting into it. Witcher's huge. Probably not going to be Hearthstone huge. But, that's going to take a chunk out of your people. Oh, boom. Those people are going to select Witcher over that. I've never played the Witcher games. Like, I've never played a World of Warcraft game. But, it's like, got into it. Like, oh, cool. Nothing's too hard. Card game. I admit that I haven't played World of Warcraft, so like some of these characters, like, I have no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, I guess that's my thing is, is Hearthstone dying? Is it gonna be dead? Probably not. It's always gonna survive. It's always gonna go. Is it not what it used to be? Seems like it, from what people are saying, from what you see on there, from what you see, what you read, and a big thing with pro players. It's not the easiest thing to watch. I do watch some pros. I watch the Trinity series just because it's fun to see those guys all talking to each other and like, oh no, and then like they're discussing like, we got like 2 seconds because they're just going, and they're like, oh, play this, okay, and then they just talking. They realize that the time goes up and like, we didn't move, and that's the funny thing is because even then they have to speed up the standards because once you use a timer, then timer just shortens and shortens and shortens and shortens and shortens and shortens, and these three guys try and they're like, well, what about this? What about this? What about? It's like we don't have enough time to talk about this. Like, what do we need to do? First thought, boom, and that's what you do. And I think that's what the interesting thing on the Trinity series. So the Trinity series is always really cool. I think that'll survive and go well, but I don't think Hearthstone Pros are leaving. That's a sad time, and I think that's what you need is your game out there and talking. They just had the Bahama cool event, the World Champions, and it was pretty cool. To just spend too much money on it though. But hey, man, that's my decision. That's my thought. I guess what are your thoughts? Do you think Hearthstone's gonna bounce back here with the new packs being released? Do you think it's probably just gonna stay the same? I'm guessing the packs are gonna make a little boost, but I'm guessing it's gonna probably stay the same. And we're gonna see decline and more and more the more of these games come out. I think that it's not gonna be uncommon until somebody comes out with a Hearthstone-esque game that's a huge thought franchise like Marvel or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if Marvel got into like a Hearthstone-esque game? It'd blow people's minds, and I think something like that would overpass it. I think that's the scary thing with Hearthstone is, yeah, Hearthstone's cool. The people like me, I play it, and I didn't play, Warcraft. But something like that, where some ideas where another company just does the same thing, just makes it Marvel characters, makes it DC characters. Because there's enough characters out there, you could do that with them. There's nothing shocking there. Would you be interested in a DC, Marvel Hearthstone-esque game? I don't know, kind of interesting. If it was free and then you pay for the packs like you do with Hearthstone, that'd be kind of cool. Let me think with you what you think, guys. Just with that, a couple thoughts, a couple prayers. Just like I said, worried about Hearthstone, worried about that kind of genre in general. Other than that, guys, I will see you later.